live on a moon day. Happy moon day, everyone. I am the goddess of the moon, the high priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual psychoanalyst, your healer and teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. I am your messenger god, first child of God, the Lilith reincarnated, the dark goddess in the flesh. I know, dude, he did it to me again. It was my free will choice. I just want you to know. Why were you born? You chose to. And that's where we're going to start with. In order to keep up with me, you had to see when I posted on my community page. What'd you post? I'm taking shots at Lewis. Shots. Everybody. Lewis doesn't drink. You're gonna get drunk today. Drunk on the Holy Spirit. No, I was checking in on the Twin Flames, and I noticed he changed his little thing. He got rid of his emojis. Man on many missions. Well, bro, you are not on the mission, bro. What the fuck are you doing with your life? I didn't really fully say that, but I'm like, what is the mission? 44. And that's his thing. I was like, what's your mission statement? What's your vision? What are you here to do? Oh, you're just here to fucking lavish yourself in all the great things of this world. No contributions? What? Helping a couple kids in fucking Europe go to school? Get on my nerves, Lewis Hamilton. And then it kind of just went from there. So Russ was like, blasting his fucking playlist, his play count. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna hit you where it counts. So I pulled up the stats, it's song stats. I pulled up his whole fucking artist stat that shows everything that's ever been. I'm like, bro, do you see this big bubble right here that shows that you suck? I'm sure he didn't know which one specified, but the rest of us that create music knew exactly where he sucked. It was an overall view of what your music sounds like. It doesn't hit the mark, bro. X spots the marks. Amen. Anyway, so I was terrorizing the Twin Flames. I said something to them that should have destroyed their reality, which should have been the Tower card yesterday. What'd you tell them? That they don't know their market and they can't hit the current market, which is basically, they're trying to bring people to their level, in their music, which is him always explaining what this next song is about and how he has to over-explain a 3-minute song and what he was really trying to, It's like, have you ever seen an artist sit there and break it all down for the idiots in the crowd? He wants you to get on his level. It's always about getting on it. And I told you this is something that everybody needed to accept. I already learned this like 2 months ago. They're not on your level. Trying to get them on your level is just irritating. You have to dumb yourself down to their level. Who are we talking about? The new generation. You can't grow without the new generation. And they're trying to hit them, but it doesn't. They're trying to hit them where it hurts. Looking at Allie. Allie, you're fucking about to hit the over the 30, bro. You're 28, and you're writing songs to broken-hearted fucking divorcees. Really? Really, bro? And you wonder why, I thought you had a chance. You have the same mentality, all broken-hearted and shit. But the full mentality? No, bro, you lack much experience. It's not about life. But it is. It's not about your age. It's how much experience you've had. What have you experienced this year, Russ? A whole bunch of travel? You played Barbie girl again? You and your girlfriend dressed up and traveled the world? I'm sorry, was there a difference between this year and last year's patterning? Oh, we went to new places and stuffed our faces with new shit. Bro, it's the same old shit. The same old shit. I guess in the essence is like, I guess the housekeepers enjoy it. Everybody else, I don't enjoy the bullshit. But that was what I was talking about. Is like, you guys are old. Your fans are old, bro. You don't know what they want to hear. You just keep giving them shit that you think is cool, and you're trying to get them to hear your shit. If it's cool, listen, and that's where he's getting all these plays from, and I had to remind him. This is a new girl who's of the age, who just released, She had 11,000 followers. She's just getting started. And you heard something, and you wanted to go and take it. And say, look at, I got 50 million views on Spotify. No, bitch, she got 50 million views. You were a featured artist on her song. You can't fake this. You can't fake a frequency that people like. You could keep fucking auto-tuning the shit, and you could fucking keep AI in the shit, but you can't fake it. There's a fucking AI system on our phone that spends all day trying to figure out what we like and don't like, and gives us more of it. Russ does that all day in his music career. He's really trying to fucking get to people. But the words that are coming out of his fucking mouth, nobody wants to hear. And he keeps shoving it at you, dude. And the only way he can get a view is if he's using someone younger that's already got eyes on them. Nobody's looking in his direction. And that's where, you know what I mean? I just want to point that out. Like, y'all need to stop. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. That's what it is. It's like, you know, listen to me. As an artist, you established artist, this is what your best fan base is going to say to you. Your music changed my life. Your music got me through hard times. It was you that helped me get through this. Right? Right. You can't help the new generation. Your words aren't helping them. You're hurting them with your words. It's that simplistic. You can't reach them. And that's what you're trying to do. You have this perception of who they are. You don't really know who the next generation is. And I sit here with them all day. My daughter is in high school. She's the next generation. She's the ones you get. Just like the fucking tobacco company. You get them when they're young. You can't get them. And the older they get, the less likely they're going to continue to, you know, spend their hard-working money. And that's why you could look at your crowds. How many young people are at your crowds? I love Mike Studd's crowd. His have got all these young, they're like in their 30s, and they bring their children to his concert. You should probably charge for those tickets for the kids. If you're throwing a kids festival. And I don't understand why. You know what I mean? I grew up in music festivals and shit like that. But that's also dangerous, because just because my parents are there and they're obviously having a good time, not paying attention to me, there's other people there that are not parents in any kind of way, shape, or form. So you don't bring kids around into adult vibes. You're trying to make it that? You want to make it like that? Like, what are you doing? Just in the same token, I'm not going to make full Christian music. Why? Because I cuss. I'm not like them. Understand what we are alike, and don't try to pretend to be more like somebody than you really, really are. And you are so far from the next generation. You're an old man. You're so out of touch with what the next generation is. You're searching for what they want because you don't know who they are and how to reach them. But you can't reach anyone. A person like this that doesn't even have friends, that can't even meet people on the street and make friends, that doesn't have, social skills, you're not going to be able to be you're not part of the social norm, which is mass consciousness. So that should have hit all of you in the gut to realize that. You can't connect with 18 through 25-year-olds. You can't. You don't know their likes and dislikes. You just assume that you know who these people are because of who you were at that age. They're a new generation of people, and they don't think like us. That's the greatest part about them. And I told you that. They're born of rebellion. They're born awake. These are from these are the 2010 fucking babies. They're, you know what I mean? 2010 and down. You can't. You don't even know their lingo, dude. You don't even know what you know what I mean? Like, for real, you don't know them. So how are you going to market to them? That's what a marketing team is about. And then ultimately, it's, what are they looking for? A good vibe? The same thing we were. Are you putting out good vibes? Something to dance to, something that will be on the radio and we can turn it up in traffic and get excited, or something that we're in the club and when it turns on, we get excited. That's not the type of music you're creating. You're creating from hurt places and you call it art. You plaster it all over the internet, your hurt feelings. Okay. And who relates to that? People that are hurt. Not everybody wants to sit around in their hurt ass, weenie ass, angry ass feelings. I don't even know what the song is about. But you've got 50 million people streaming this song about not being recognized by your lover. And yet you parade around saying that you and your girlfriend are a great relationship. Shut the fuck up. This fucking Monday bullshit. Anyways, that's where the cookie crumbled. Where I was cookie monstering in this morning. And that's what we started last night with the Tower card. Or we ended with the Tower card. A change of reality, bro. Or how about facing reality? Okay? So, I talked about all of that. I gave you, I love to give this testimony of how God sent me through the alchemical transformation process to reclaim my dark goddess. I told you about all the sacrifices and everything that I had to do to become who I am. There's no other way. It's sacrifice equals rewards, bro. You could keep being this forever. But just know that what you're shooting for is you're never gonna make it there. Just accept that you're a failure. The failure is the mentality of continuing to do it. It's literally the definition of insanity. That's Lewis. I saw a post, Lewis. It said, you and Kimmy. I love that. Where's the drink? Kimmy was classic, bro. He just parked the car and went to go chill. So fuck this job. I'm going to the yacht. Anyways, you and Kimmy are the only one in history to never get a podium in a fucking Ferrari. What's more pathetic, that this has happened or that I fucking told you over a year and a half ago this would happen? You know the motherfucking truth, Lewis Hamilton, that you are not going to win in that car. If you haven't, then you're just an idiot. You're refusing to see the truth that I told you over a year and a half ago, bro. And then so you're like, I don't believe her. All right, you're going to learn. How many times? How many races is it going to take you to learn? You going to do this again next year? What's your retirement plan now? You just planning to drive until you win? Drive to survive? What kind of mission are you on here, stupid? I think you're stupid. I don't think you're afraid. I think you're just stupid. Like, at what point does stupidity stick it, a step above the fear? Or one of the other, in essence. Like, why do you keep doing these stupid acts? Now, last night before I went to bed, I was given this whole... I had a lot of downloads that happened as I was laying in bed. I did hear that question. It's like, why don't we get visions? Because all you can see is your thoughts. All you can see is this world. You haven't left the context of your problems. So you can't see outside of this reality. Your third eye, your ability to see into the other dimensions, can only be accessed when you leave the context of this dimension, which is your thoughts. Your reality is a 3D reality, and it's all based on the shit in your mind. You want to see the world change your thoughts, and you'll see that it looks different now. It's not what you thought it was. It's something completely different, brand new. Welcome to the Tower moment. No, but I thought that's what you thought. And the most scary part about all of these wakings, and Marshall has at least 52 weeks of me saying this. Between, and I say that, not all year did I go to him every fucking Saturday, but in the span of 3 years, he has 1 year fully of Saturday messages. He can combine them into 52 messages spread out of me coming to him. What was I thinking, Marshall? I feel like such an idiot. I just want to die. What is that? The ego death, bro. Where you're fucking forced to open your eyes, and it hurts. This truth, this new reality, this new way of thinking, it fucking hurts. You feel like an idiot. Why didn't I know the truth before? That's where God sits you down. It's like, look at how you're acting right now. You can't, and some of them you want to pretend. No, that's not what it is. You want to rationalize it. It's like, no, he's not really like that, and he's not like that, and this isn't really like that, and I'm just making this up, right? This isn't true, right? Please tell me this isn't true. I'm just making this up in my head. That's you not believing yourself, bro. Because you don't want to, because it hurts. If this is true, then I've got to do something. Please don't make this be true. I get it, bro. And I do it. I've done it, and it happens all the time where you just look at some shit and you're like, fuck. This is worse than I thought it was. For some reason, I thought this was good. This is bad. It's your only chance to walk away, bro, is you've got a higher perspective. You finally got the keys, bro. You can see it different, and you have fuel to get the fuck out. Or you can dumb it down and say that's not what it is. Saying Kanye West. They said he was bipolar, which meant he went from emotional extremes. He went from manic to depressant. That's what that means. I know that because they kept misdiagnosing me. And that wasn't the problem. I was actually experiencing both at the same time. I didn't go from one to the other. They flew through me like water. I didn't go from one. I could sit there completely depressed in a manic state. And so when they gave me those type of psych meds, they only made things worse. They misdiagnosed me. So the pills they gave me were the wrong pills to give me. Right? So, you're made to believe. Everyone will make you believe that you're crazy, bro. No, that's not the truth. You know what I mean? When I came to my studio friends, when I went to, who was it? D-Trait. Good Christian man, good ethics, good everything. I'm like, Trait, bro. They're sliding me, dude. I was like, he did this shit on purpose, bro. Terrell did this shit on purpose, bro. He's sideswiping me. He's all lucky. If it's personal, you're going to know it's personal. I said, this is personal, bro. I said, don't rustle no feathers, bro. You know what I mean? If you start, he's like, don't burn no bridges. And at that point, it stuck to me because all I'd known is that I've been known for burning bridges. So he put that fear of, I might be overreacting. I knew what was happening, bro. I knew this motherfucker was jealous and envious that he was stealing my work and that he was I cut him too low by telling him he was a bad businessman over $25. I hurt his ego. He got online and threatened me. This isn't a good look for you or your music out here talking all this mess on a live video. I knew it was personal, bro. But until everybody could see the personal attack, you know what I mean? That's where it was. And it's like, you know what's going on, bro. You see them talking, and then they stop talking. You're like, no, they weren't talking about... Bitch, they were fucking talking about you. The question is, what are they plotting? And you think this is the first conversation they're having about you that you walked into? You know when people don't like you. You know things. You just deny these things. And then God says, no more. You're going to catch them now. Now you're going to catch the truth. You're going to catch this. Because I tried to show you. And then you're like yelling at God like, why didn't you show me? And that's where Kobe comes in. Oh, press play. And he'll rewind every red flag you missed on that field. And then you feel fucking stupid as fuck. And you hate yourself for putting yourself in this position. Only because you have to break out now. You realize that you got to do something. You got to break out of this. Oh, man. And going back to my studio friends, God was showing me over and over they were using me, bro. And I'm like, no, they're my friends. I thought they were my friends, bro. I thought we were making a real connection. I thought that we were going to go on stages together and on tour together, and that we, just the collaborating of the artists that I believed in and that were working with me, that together we could rise and make a name for ourselves in Colorado, make a name for Colorado. Is what I truly believed at that time, based on their skill set and what I saw as my future vision. And that's where it fucked up. I saw my vision, my business plan, and I just planned on bringing them on, and I kept sharing it like I always do. Well, this is what you need to do. And I was yelling at Hannah. Like, bro, you've done all of this and you haven't made a video. You haven't released a song yet. You haven't fucking done any kind of fucking promotions for your music. Like, you haven't done the real work. You just sit here recording like you're a master recorder. She didn't do what it took to be an artist. So I was encouraging her. Same thing with Tree. He saw me moving and moving with all these male artists, you know what I mean? Like Ameezy and all that. I was making big moves, and I was encouraging them to move with me so we could move this motherfucking train. but they were dead weight. None of them really knew what to. I don't think they didn't know. They had the same. I went through the same class with fucking, you know what I mean, how to make music a career. I went, you know, how did you not know? You just didn't do. And then I come in and tell you to do, and you know what? This is what it takes. So going back to it, it's like God will show you, like, why didn't this relationship work out? Oh, ding, 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 ding. Like, it'll show you every reason that, you know, every time you were unhappy with this person, and every time this person and how this person treats you. He's trying to show you. You're like, fuck, you want to get out of these visions, but it's the truth. You're in it until you get out of it. So let's talk about these. According to this book, there's certain stages. But at the same time, there's certain stages. As much as you go in the dark, you access twice as much light. Going back to the conscious level of where I am, right? The tree of life. Consciously, I'm up here somewhere. I'm always up here, the highest thrones, right? So basically, I sit up here a lot with him. But then we ran over, you know, after a death, then comes an explosion of genius, right? And you're just constantly, this is my evolutionary, this is how I am. I'm the sun, and as the planets go around me, and that's what alchemy teaches you, is to be your sun. And as the planets go around, you know what I mean, you work with them. So, today is a moon day. It's the start of a new orbit. So we start on Earth, then we go into our moon, right? Which is our mind and our emotions. Okay? Then Tuesday, we'll climb up here. You'll need your power to climb up here into Mars and use your strength, your drive, to get things done. I like to get some shit done today, but they said not today, bitch. Then we'll drop down to Mercury on a Wednesday. Okay? On Thursday, we'll shoot over to Jupiter. These are ruling planets, but understand that the planet was actually associated with the god. So if you know nothing about the planet, then know the gods. First off is me, and the mind and the emotions, the psyche. The divine goddess runs the psyche and the emotions. That's me, right? Okay, I'm the tree of life. I give you the fucking apple of wisdom. Everything that's going on in this and all the other dimensions, I bring here. Always been me, right? From there, we go to Mars, which is what? It's all in my books. They're all related to different people, in essence. But that would be also Hades, right? Okay, so then we'll jump over to Mercury. That would be Thoth, or that would be Hermes. Think of their energy, right? Page of Cups energy. You start to learn the energy, not the planet, but what makes that planet, bro? And when it moves, what it's going to hit you with. Then we jump over to Jupiter, which is what? Zeus. Expansion. You know what I mean? It's like the biggest thing. You're like full of yourself. You're full of everything, right? And then from there we go what? To Venus. Who was the original morning star? They say Venus is the morning star. Who was the original morning star? Lucifer. It was God's heart. I don't even want to get into that, to be honest, but he was God's heart. Right? Talk about first creations. His first kid's gone bad. You're like my firstborn. What's wrong with the firstborns? And that's how it is. My oldest son from the first one, and my daughter from this one, these motherfucking kids, bro. I swear. The other two, the second one, they're calm. They're super calm. Those two are super chill. Put Mary Jane and CJ in a room, super chill. Like the lowest vibe ever. Like, are you guys breathing? Let me check your pulse. They're super chill. You put Aaron and Milia, and they're just, what are they? Sag and Aries, and they're just like, the fucking room is on fire. Like, they're fighting over everything, and who's louder, and he's touching me, and my son's laughing at her, and she's getting annoyed, and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. You're like, how are you so... I know, right? They all came from me. I blame their fathers. I'm just saying that. Anyway, so Venus is not so friendly around here, and that's where we do the Friday shit. It's Friday, then Saturn day is pushing your limits, dude. Absolute limits. And that pushes you into a death of Pluto. No, actually, I think Hades was Pluto. Who the fuck was Mars? I don't remember. It's all in there, bro. Pick a fucking god of fucking... Oh, Aries and shit. That's where. Pick the gods, the god of war. And that would be, I'm in my Morgan, dude. I got shit to do today. I will cut you. Queen of Swords type day. Right? So then in Saturday, this is a mixture of it, bro. And it's a mixture that happens. This is what happens on the weekend. Shit, I hear Mac. I'll be good on the weekend. Yeah, that's when the shit really hits. The planets really hit. And that's why people use the weekends as social time. Bro, this is healing, bro. And as I said that, I saw this video, a replay of this video about Kobe. It's like, I don't care. Go ahead and talk about me, because I don't want to go out and drink on the weekend. I don't want to do all this and that on the weekend. It's like, dude, I got shit to do on the weekend. But that's how that works. So a Saturn day, and then you'll go through a death and a spark of genius by Sunday. And then you come right back here. Come all the way back down and do it all over again. But there's more to it. I could show you throughout the day how all of these planets are hitting you in your mind. So like certain part of the day you're super motivated. Certain parts of the day you're fucking depressed. Certain parts of the day you can't wait to talk to other people. There's certain parts of the day when you have genius moments. There's certain parts of the day when they're pushing you. You're getting pushed to your limit every fucking day at that time. You know what I mean? There's certain parts of the day where you just give up. I'm done. I let this go. I'm not fucking dealing with this anymore. Hours of the day. They rule the hours, the weeks, the fucking months, and the years, bro. So then you ask yourself, were these beings of time from the planets? Welcome, Starseeds. Most definitely we were. What were we before we became God's little fucking playmates? We were a whole universe system, bro. We are the universe. And they put a piece of us here on Earth. A universal energy. Really? Yeah, I mean, not all of the Lilith can fit in this body. Lilith is the darkness. Lilith is the darkness. First there was darkness, then there was light. First there was goddess, then there was God. In the essence that he brought life into the darkness. He made the darkness have life. Who came first, the chicken or the egg? I mean, where's that come from? Dork stuff. And that's where that goes to. So, going through all of these darknesses, and in order to do this is you have to ascend mentally. And that's what this is. It's an ascension. The awakening is an ascension. But you have to go as through Carl Jung's teachings, and that's what makes me your spiritual psychoanalyst at this point, is I can tell where you are in your mentality of darkness. I can tell what battles you're fighting in the dark. What spiritual battles are happening that you can't see in the 3D, based on your mentality. It's very good. This is what I call like my Bible. So let's talk about that. But again, I have to simultaneously tell you, as you fight the dark through that explosion right here that happens, as you fight through the dark and you fucking and you let this shit die, an explosion of light happens. And that's where immediately when I started fighting my mind and doing what was right, I was with the spirit guides. Every time I'm in my mind or in my emotions, I'm with the spirit guides. As I go higher, I have the ascending masters to guide me through those realms. But all the spirit lies here. What? In the moon. Which is what? I am the moon. So it's all inside of me. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm I have full access. And that goes back to, being Hecate. I can see every soul that has ever came to the other side. I'm on the other side. I teach everybody what's on the other side of life. And all the things about this life that you're not accessing. I teach you. I've been in this fucking wheel of life since the beginning of time. And that's what Kali teaches you, the non-existence of time. Because it's just infinite. Unless we break it. And then the breaking is just starting new. Alright, so go back to this. It all starts with bow, 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 bow. Who's the dark goddess? Okay, that's just understanding this energy, this feminine energy that's going to push you through this. Who was my dark goddess? I had 3. I had Michael Jackson, I had Tupac, and I had Kobe. Those were my top 3 to get me through this. Those were my gods to get me through this. Why? Because I'm the dark goddess. I'm just reclaiming my dark goddess. There's not a goddess outside of me that's like, oh my god, you're my sister. Meaning what? You were made out of me? Alright, the dark night of the soul. It teaches you all about it. And is it calling you? Who's calling you? Your heart. Again, all your feminine feelings, all of your true power is in the feminine. And that's why they tell you, they turn off your feelings so you have no power. You're powerless to your feelings. All right, so here's all the stages, right? And where were we? Kalik, getting our asses kicked with Kobe. Then after that is Artemisia, a spark of, you know what I mean, inspiration, and you're set free. The goddess awakening. That would be the Fool, the Phoenix, where you come back to start life all over again with all the wisdom of what you've done. Check it? Got it. Okay. Now, let's go over here with our angels. You can do it in the light or the dark, but you got to do it, bitches. It is always the same. All these books are going to tell you the same thing. How does it start? To activate your chakras and ascend, you must start with the dark night of the soul, bro. It's in every bit of this, right? And this is where you start with what? Black. Like white, it contains all the colors. And that's what it means is I'm not a white light. I wasn't ever of the light. He put me into a light being. I am the dark. But because I'm the dark, I am all rays of color, so therefore I can access all rays of color, which are these dimensions. Some of you, most of you have to do it through the light. But that's what it is we access it in the dark. Just like light. So the more I go into the dark, the more light I become. And that's what you need to understand. And that's what psychologists and psychoanalysts from the old times were trying to teach you. But I'm here to teach you. Alright, so this teaches you what? Manifestations, nurturing the shadow, overcoming fears, neutralizing negative energy. I teach you, wasn't that what we were talking about all weekend? An obsidian for grounding. This isn't calling in shit. This is holding it down, bro, while you're exploding with energy. The galactic core. Alright? So it starts there. You work through what? Serio, which would be Kobe and me. Tazvakel, which is Isis. You work with us. That's it. We're the ones that get you through it. Pac, too, if you want. He's not... He's like gonna hose you down. He's like not even the water boy. After that, we start going through the colors of consciousness. But until you've learned this lesson, there's Lucifer. See, I told you some bullshit. The brother of Lucifer. Yeah, I didn't like him. I'm gonna go talk to your brother. Brother of another mother. In the end... Sorry, that's always some funny shit about that. Until you learn this lesson, you can't move on. You're gonna be stuck in the dark. You're stuck in there for how long? Oh, fuck, dude, I get pulled in there all the time. But you learn what's in there. You learn you are in there. Nothing is in there but you and your fears and your pains and your suffering. It's called the Book of Shadows. You open it inside of you and you tell the stories of what's in there. But you can't get out of there until you face it. And you let the shit die. You have to change. After that, we can work up to the earth chakra, which is underneath your feet. We're still teaching you grounding, how to clear your karma, you know what I mean? Staying in the now, balance, love for life, all of this. Again, going to need a tiger's eye. I got those, jasper. Sandalwood, we use a lot of that. That's the salts they gave me the other day. It was orange and sandalwood. I was like, oh, this isn't my favorite. Anyways, Eagle of Achilea, or the Great Bear, right? So you have to learn these lessons, which is what? You know what I mean? How to find your way, adventure. He's a whole fucking Knight of Wands. You have to learn this, how to find some serenity in all of this chaos. You know what I mean? And how to know that your prayers are being heard. How to pray. And how to listen. Prayers are you talking to God. Meditation is you listening to God. Do you sit down and listen, or you're just listening to your thoughts in your head? Well, listen to them too, but then listen to God after them, right? So after you learn that, then we can start working through your typical chakras. But there's not. We're going to intervene with lots of other ones. There's, I don't know, how many chakras are in here? Let me see. Give me a second. There's got to be a list of some shit in here, right? Right! Let's see. So there's suits, 17 suits. 17 chakras you can access with just this. Yeah? But they're hard lessons. In order to access that energetic field, you have to have gone through your mind 17 times and cleared out 17 levels of darkness. Like a fucking, you could look at it as a lotus opening up or a whole ass onion, because every layer you pull hurts more and more. We're pulling back the layers of time. And that's what I do around here. start with telling you what happened 5 years ago. Then we're in, my ex-husband 10 years ago. Then we go back even further than that is, my independence and my struggles. Then we go back even further than that when I'm in my teen years and I'm with my first husband. Then we go back even further than that and I tell you about what happened to me as a child. All the different years of that. We're pulling back the layers of pain and suffering of this time to reclaim ourselves. The darkness, the shadow. The shadow of what time has done. The dark side of what time has done to us. And as you take off this darkness of time, you're given more time. Meaning you look youthful. So yeah, there's tons of this. And that's where, I teach you guys to get these motherfuckers. You can get them on Walmart.com to teach you. But you also, it's not one of those, let me read all of these and I got all the power. That's not how any of this works, bro. This book, I didn't fully complete this book and we still haven't read, I don't think I read past Art of Media. I was so astonished with the experience, the visual experience I had with Art of Media, that I was just in the place of serenity, exactly where I wanted to be. She showed me how to access this place inside of me. This, and that's all that was enough. And it was time to get back out there. And then we started over again. I started teaching other people. It took me like 2 years. Russ, he got stuck between Famanach and hell and has never gotten out of there. Really? What is Famanach? It's a level of this shit, bro. It's a level of fucking jealousy. I went to Maeve. Oh yeah, and it's totally her time right now. How do you know that? I'll show you. Autumn and winter. But she also teaches about that, and we got that book over there. We're going to start talking about your addictions and shit like that. I really didn't want to do that because I had a bunch of triggers. This was a triggering thing for me. I can't heal addicts when I have a lot of heart feelings against the addicts of my life. Well, you're going to need to fix that so we can fix other people. No, but I hate them. No, you don't. And that's where it is we got to go back and fix a lot of shit. Hatred. Anyways. So they're like levels, and going back to fucking Famanach here. Where was he? He was in triggers. Everything fucking bothers him, and he fucking acts out in jealousy and envy. Fucking obsession. His inner child. Guilt. Shame. Right? And then after that, he couldn't get himself out of his own hell. What is it? Fucking death, denial, secrecy, bro. He just won't come to a place of acceptance and honor where you guys just sit there like, poor me. And that's me like, really? Really? Like you're suffering? Like you're really? Like really get the fuck up and do something about your situation? And that's Bobby. My poor marriage. Get the fuck up out of here, dude. Get the fuck up out of here, bro. You want to talk about fucked up marriages? Come on, Marshall. Let's laugh at this guy for a minute. In the essence, you're not qualified to have this stupid conversation about feel sorry for me. And if I didn't feel sorry for myself, if I have struggles feeling sorry for myself, do you really think I feel sorry for you? I have empathy because I know what it feels like to be you, but I don't feel sorry for you. Why? Because you, like me, you're doing it to yourself. Because you're afraid. Anyways, so the whole book about it, the whole process, I've spent 40 minutes teaching you, and that's probably all I'm going to teach you. Because again, yesterday was all about the tower. It all starts like that, and it keeps happening. I face my towers, a mini one usually on a Wednesday, because that's Mercury communication. It comes through some form of communication. Some shit wakes me up. Like, ugh, that shocked the shit out of me. Right? And then Friday, which is what? Fucking Venus, fucking Lucifer, fucking my heart. There's all kinds of energy in my heart. My heart is filled. What's going to come to the top first? My hurt feelings? No, usually you hear me, I'm all happy. But then as I pour out all that happiness, here comes all the hurt. After you pour out all the hurt, you'll find the happiness. It is a fucking equal balance in there. You just got to keep pouring it out. It's a fucking pimple that you got to keep pushing, and it hurts, and it's gross, and you don't want nobody to see the shit you're pushing out of your fucking heart. But you need to. That's what I focus on here is repressed memories. You know what I mean? So I find it interesting that I'm learning, my new position. They're forcing you. And it's like, none of this has to do with my position. I have to watch hours and hours. I'm paid for it. I'm paid to watch every hour of this bullshit. So it's worth it to me. But what I'm taking from it is the real information. I'm taking serious notes. I'm learning about, because they offer assisted living. They explain why a person needs to be assisted towards, and what point of their life, and how much they don't want it. I'm dealing with that right now with human beings, you know, trying to assist them in their living. So this makes sense to, you know, it, as I said, it goes down the river that I'm already flowing, right? And then a huge part of it that they're opening, their grand opening, is the memory care. These are people that they're losing their mind. They're losing all the information that's ever been put in there. I can relate to them because, in essence, I don't know if I had it. I spent all this time finding it. I find these memories. I never had them, but when I access them, I realize they were in me. So these people are interesting to me, the whole situation. Now, again, me working overnight, I'm not learning anything but what these people are about. They're asleep when I get there. I didn't see anybody in the morning either. You know what I mean? I don't get to know these people, but I'm learning so much about how to care for them. And it's not just the people in this building, but the world. We'll all get to that age. And that's where it's really different, is you don't realize when that age is, when your mind shifts. And you lose the identity of who you were and the life you lived. And that's a definition of a tower anyways. Do you know what I mean? So I'm learning all this information about accessing memories and how important they are in that information. You know, I woke up and I was terrified. I was like them. I didn't know where my mother was. I didn't know where my life was. I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember where all my friends were. I knew I got here, but I didn't know what happened. How did I get here? Where are all these people? So if you can understand, I get them, bro. I get that, you know, 1 minute they look up and they're like, oh, fuck, where am I? I know that feeling. And it's scary. And you're trying, you know, and the people around you are like, you know, like they're triggering you. Like, I don't even know you. Like, why are you? And that's when it comes to people that, you know, hey, Lisa, I don't even know you, dude. Like, I don't know you. Like, you're a whole fucking stranger. No, we've been friends. No, you're a stranger. And that's definition dementia right there, bro. Like, I don't have the conscious memory of you, bro. You're a stranger that's pushing yourself onto me. I'm learning about that. But through them, I'm learning about the uniqueness of my mind. Did I have onset dementia coming in? What was happening? And that's where the psychoanalyst comes, and where I can't wait to sit down with the fucking trained physicians, the medical minds of this world, and show them what I did with my mind and what I found out about my mind and how my mind works. They can study my mind to understand others, and that's what I'm doing with you all day here. In your fucking mind and in your emotions, in the moon. Trying to help you understand it and work through it so you can have, again, I'm assisting you through living so you can have a better quality of life. But I can't get in there and do all of it. It's your mind. I'm showing you how to do this. Carl Jung tried to teach people. You know what I mean? Sigmund Freud tried to teach people. All these people tried to teach people how to do this. They spent their whole life learning to do this, and then made sure that they left it in scripture. They wrote it on stone before they died. They wanted their life to mean something, which was the understanding of the psyche. And nobody understands it still, because they haven't got in to have an understanding of their own. They're too busy trying to understand where other people are coming from. They can't understand their own minds. How can you possibly think you know what they're talking about when you don't listen to your own? It's where it all starts. And then that's where faith comes. That's where you meet God, bro. I had a knowing of God before. And when I started this, I started to meet the other gods. I knew right away, bro. When I started doing this shit, I was messing with more than Jesus. I knew. I kept saying there's somebody else's ancestors or guides or something. I didn't know what was happening because my mind didn't have the literature or the knowledge, you know, the wisdom, or it had never been taught. But the people around me that were spiritual, they knew exactly what was happening. They knew I was awakening, and way too fast, and I had too much knowledge and too much power. They had never seen anybody that was awake in that. I knew who I was right away. I knew who I was right away, bro. That scared the shit out of them because of what they thought I was. Everything that anybody's ever read about Lilith, they were afraid. And that's stories told by others. But those that worship me, that pray to the Lilith, you pray for what? Protection. Same as Kali. You don't really understand it. It's like you come to me when your boyfriend fucking hurt you. Where do you go with your feelings, bro? All those feelings of hurt and anger, you take them to your mother, bro. The dark goddess. You go tell her what they did to you. I'm gonna tell my mom. Not every mom's supposed to get out there and act like a fucking idiot. But she's supposed to help you and empower you through what you're going through. Do you know what I mean? I'm supposed to care. And that's what it was, and that's what God wanted me to be, is his, little let's play house type bullshit. I'm here now, I'm doing it now. But that's what I always stood for. It's like you came to the mother with your feelings. And as far as Kali, nah, bro, you brought me your enemies. Look, they've done me wrong. They hurt me. Who? Who's hurt my children? Just like God, bro. He gave me that fierceness, dude. I will fucking kill for my children, bro. I'll kill my own children for my children. It's a great story. There's lots of great stories about that, and that's what he said. The overprotective mother, the fucking, the goddess of war. I looked over, as Morgan. I looked over my people. As Bridge, I looked over my people. He gave me people that I was sent to protect and love and guide. Who are they now? His people. His people are my people, bro. The people that listen to God are my people. You could say they're my family or whatever. And that's why we have a family in Christ. Those of us that serve Christ with a full heart, we're family, bro. We're family not just to each other, but to the rest of the world. I saw this great post, and I'm going to cover this with it. It's like, when you break a spiritual person's heart, they don't hate you. They nothing you. We're not going to come back and do what you did to us. We know that you hurt us from a hurt place. We're not going to seek revenge. And sometimes, when you get hurt enough, you want revenge. I'm going to make you feel this. My ex-husband, as sick and psycho as he is, he told me straight to his face, I want you to hurt as bad as I do. He may have only said it once, but that's exactly what he felt every day. I want you to feel as bad as I do. And people do that often with just projection. When they get in there with their little snide comments and all of the fucking, and everybody's fucking posts and shit like that. They want people to feel like they do. Russ wants you to feel like he does. But if you listen to what he's feeling, no, I don't want to feel like that. I don't want to listen to that. And that's, Allie, I want you to know, I want you to hear my feelings. I don't want to hear this. This is all you're saying all the time. You've been pouring your broken heart at me forever. And that's Marshall. I want you to hear how mad I am. I'm tired of hearing about you in an attitude with this whole world. If you don't like it, change it. You know what I mean? Same thing with the interviews with fucking Lewis. I'm tired of hearing you pretend to be positive when this is totally a negative experience. Pretending like, we learned a lot and I'm really proud and I'm really... Bullshit, you're lying on the camera, bro, while you go in the room and cry. While you put on your visor and cry, bro. It's all a mask. How the fuck can you be happy about your situation? You're just happy to be in a Ferrari? Then you're a deadbeat, bro. You're just happy to be in the car. You act like you were, you know what I mean? Like any fucking, no. I don't want to drive a losing car. It's like a smart car. It's like, oh, it's so smart. Yeah, but I look like a loser doing it. Like, I'll do this just for your entertainment and for my own, but there's nothing smart about this. I feel like a fucking idiot in this car. This car can't meet my needs. Like, if I was like, I went from riding a bicycle through San Francisco and I decided to upgrade to a smart car, that sounds like a smart move. You know what I mean? But somebody like me, no. I'm trying to get an RV. That sounds smart to me. This is stupid. In the essence, it's logically speaking, there's no reason for you to have a sports car when you're not a sporty type person. Driving, the speed limits and shit. This car was made to go fast. If you live a slow life, you shouldn't have a fast car. That's going back to fucking, Lewis. Is it a losing car when, Charles? You have the same exact car. The only difference is the driver. Is he a better driver than you? No. What's making him better? The mentality and the experience. He's drove this car longer, so he knows how it works. Going back to people that are awoken. Hey, bro, you could have read every book about spirituality, but how long have you been walking in this? You know what I mean? You're a fan of, you've been a huge fan of it for like ever, but how long have you been putting in the work? And that goes back to Russ. It's like writing a song every week doesn't at all tip the scales of, you know what I mean, Marshall spending hours and hours and hours every single day writing songs. You think because you recorded a song a week that, you're working hard? Does it take you that long to put thoughts together? If you did it more often, you could probably get some momentum to this. You might be able to, get a cadence to your songs, and they wouldn't sound so, oh, God. Let me sound like stud. That's where the conversation ends. What is it? Auto-tunes and whining? I have no idea what he's talking about all the time. It's the fucking frequency that's coming out of his fucking songs. It's like he mixes them together. It's like water. There's no crashing of the waves. There's no... I'm going to pull up the stats and see what his song looks like in that wave pool. I want to see this. Write that down. I want to see it. It's terrible. It's like the kiddie pool, bro. It's like the lyrics, the delivery, the noise. And this is like another nearly 40-year-old man that's making, he's making music for the Sandals fucking... he's making music fucking retirement communities in fucking Florida and Arizona. Are you serious? Oh, yeah, bro. He's making music for empty nesters. He's making it for his parents. Same as the rest of you. I just want to thank my mom for always believing in me. Gosh, I'm such a cunt, right? Don't make me cunt you. I'm just having fun. Let me see if I can pull out one more card that might be better than the Tower. What's better than the Tower? Oh, here's a Tower. How about the Lover's card? So many people base their identity on their relationship status. Like who they're seeing, who they're sucking off, and who's feeding them. Bobby's whole profile says something stupid like, fuck's your stupid profile say? It says, this is literally what his profile says. It says dad, husband, father, son, uncle, brother, bourbon, welding, America. That's how he labeled himself. That's what he is. That's his identity. He's a dad and a son and a brother and an uncle. And I guess he does welding and he drinks bourbon and he's American. I'm just scratching my head like, your relationship status like this shit ain't is it supposed to make you? No, but it sure as hell ain't supposed to break you. If all you're aspiring to be is somebody's wife or husband, oh man. Maybe you're a Lilith and this is your karma, I guess. I don't know. In all my lifetimes, I am the definition of the runaway bride. I don't want to do this. Me riding away on a horse. Wait, is that Knight of Wands? The fucking Sagittarius, the centaur, half beast, half horse? Yeah, bro, that's my ass running the fuck away from this bullshit. Sorry. Are you any closer? I mean, no, I'm not running away. I'm just in the stable. Waiting for someone to ride me. Oh shit, I heard that genuine song, The Pony. Okay. Anyways, your love status really doesn't matter. Why? Because it's gonna come crashing down. It was really under there? I guess. What else is under here? That was last week's cards. But last week, we might be in some last week energy. I feel this one. What is that? 7 of Pentacles. What is that? Reap what you sow type shit? Really? Yeah, we're supposed to be celebrating good harvest. It's a good harvest. Which is what? I mean, don't get too excited, bro. Somebody, you could go in there, you could have this big stack of good shit in the fucking barn, then you get in and, like, my room is fucking It's covered in fucking creatures that you now it's no good. Really? I mean, kind of how I feel. What's going on? Cockroaches, bro. And, like, I'm so mad because I didn't have them and they came out of nowhere. And the guy said, like, you know, when he said he was baiting my room, I think he called them all to my room. I'm pretty pissed off about this. Have I ever been around? Yeah, I've been in people's houses that have cockroaches. And it's just like, he's fucking with me, bro. God is fucking with me. Are they hurting me? No. I just don't want to be around it. And that's like everything in life, bro. It's like drug addicts. You fucking cockroaches. I don't want to be around you. Fucking cheaters, liars, fucking thievers, Russ. You fucking cockroach. Is he really hurting me? No, I just don't like it. Like, why do you do this to me, God? I'm serious, bro. It's like, what did they come into your room for? I think the guy, because he put all this shit in my room. I mean, they weren't like this before he came. He was supposed to make him go away, not come out more. And that's the healing process. That was really funny. You're trying to make the pain go away, not make it come out more. Such a painful process. Really? Yeah. It'll go away, and that's it. This too shall pass. So what are you bothered by? That? I'm bleaching shit. I'm throwing away shit. I'm running the trash down every time somebody puts something in it. I'm losing it with my kids if they leave just even one fucking dust crumb of anything, bro. I'm like, dude, you're feeding these motherfuckers. They're not. I want to tell you the truth. They're really just dying everywhere. That's what he said. He's like, if this works, you're just going to see a bunch of dead ones. Yeah, that's why we're seeing them. They can't make it back to wherever they came from. They're coming out and just dying. And that's what's driving me crazy. It's like, I can't. I'm like just sitting here on my chair looking all the time like, I just feel like something's crawling on me. Really? Yeah, I'm just dealing with it. And I can't do nothing about it. This too shall pass. I'm not going to stay here forever dealing with fucking this. But it's just life, bro. Whether it's actually a real cockroach or just a cockroach in your mind. What does this have to do with the Seven of Pentacles? I don't know. Let's just read it out of here. I mean, I don't know. It's cause and effect. And the whole point I was saying is you might have a fucking great place, but then all of a sudden, you know, you get this fucking infestation of shit that fucks up your whole great place. Everything was good until this happened. In the essence, it's not terrible. That's like a tower. It's like, what's your tower? The fucking cockroaches, they're really bothering me, bro. Why? It's triggering me, bro. I've been to fucking trap houses and shit. I lived in California. I don't like cockroaches. It's not even a thing that we typically have in Colorado. It's not even a fucking Colorado fucking bug, to be honest. You motherfuckers brought cockroaches. Sound like a total Colorado native right now. Talking about you guys brought the fucking problems to the... In the essence, it's like, it's you dirty bitches that did this, but now I'm stuck with the fucking problem. God, solve my problems, please. It's just that. It could be anything that's getting on your fucking nerves. And that's what it is. It's bringing up shit, bro. And really, it's just like, I need to chill. I said it. It's like, I'm getting psycho about this. My OCD, I'm facing my OCD real bad. Real bad. My way of life. Like, and it's your patterns. It's structures. It's your own structures that you put in to make yourself feel safe. When this shit starts, you know, your self-protective mechanisms. Something simple like a cleanly house. I can't always have it clean. And that's what kind of happened yesterday. It's like the house can't always be clean. You're not the only person that lives here. And people make messes. You can't be psycho about it. And this is something unhealed that goes back to my childhood. So as much as you don't get it, I get it. I know what he's trying to teach me. And that's where it is. It's like, I didn't do anything to deserve this. I do everything to stay away from fucking cockroaches. As much as I'm talking about the bug, I'm talking about people. Cockroach type people, dude. Why the fuck did you put this person in my life? You need to heal that. Stop being so hateful towards things, I guess. And that's what it is. It's like, what's the bigger point of this problem in my life? Healing? Let's find out what this card, the point of this card in our life is. Not wands. Cups? Nope. Swords? Nope. It is a pentacle, right? Yeah. Corks. Oh, quarks. Quarks are building blocks of our world, fundamental particles that make up protons and neutrons in an atomic nucleus. Without them, there would be no atoms, and therefore no matter and no universe. Oh yeah, and I got this fucking visual last night. I was trying to explain. I was like, I can't do that unless I, like, build it. If you build it, they will come. Shut up. I was trying to explain yesterday the patterns, right? So you have patterns, right? This is your patterns, right? You got to find someone that fits your patterns. And they go like this, and you guys just kind of, you know what I mean? That's how they show these two mechanisms running together. Now, if my patterns are like this, yeah, see my big fat hands? Okay, don't worry about them. If my patterns are like this, and I'm going this, and you're going this, then we're flowing together. But if I start to turn this, then there's friction, because you're used to going in this direction real fast with me. We're used to going like this. This is how we worked. But all of a sudden, I stopped going differently, and now your pattern's getting fucked up, and we're running into each other. This isn't working anymore. We're friction. How'd the friction start? Me. I changed. I switched up. I was seeing that last night. Again, this guy and his visions, it's just like, what did you see? I don't know, mechanics. I saw little mechanisms that work, you know what I mean? You connect this wheel with this wheel, and as these two wheels turn together, then here comes the flow of water. It's kind of how it works. So if I'm not working in alignment with you, then we're out of alignment. Now, that means that you're going to have to find something that works at your speed, and I'll find something that works at my speed. But because I'm built like this, something else is going to fit, always. It's like a puzzle piece. It's like if this piece no longer fits, we'll put another piece to this puzzle. They have to be interconnected. Everything has to be interconnected. So what stops the connection? Your switch up. When you start acting different, it's no longer in sync. You're no longer in sync. And that's where it is like opposites attract, because we're going, you know what I mean? We're doing the same thing opposites. Like, oh no, this way, right? So that's what they're showing me. I'm going this way, you're going this way. But now we're never out of sync. We meet here every time. That's the twin flames. We're going different directions, but we're always coming back together, right? Always. Fucking shit. I need a drawing board, bro. Bigger than my fingers. To help you understand that. So, as it was saying, you know, all these things come together to make this work. That's the whole point of the universe, is you need all these planets, plus the moon and the sun, to make this planet alive. And yet, you guys are waiting for some asteroid to come and destroy us. Lovely. You saw that in a movie, huh? Imaginations. Imagination of man. You know what could stop this all? If just a big old asteroid came and hit us. Then we wouldn't have to worry about living life or paying bills ever again. Well, I can tell you, until that day comes, Armageddon comes, we got to find a better way to live life and not be stressing these bills. Because I don't know if that thing is... I don't believe that'll ever happen in any time. This is God's precious planet. He gave life to it. And he's not going to take... You know what I mean? He might readjust the life on the planet, but he's not going to destroy the whole planet. He believes in life on this planet. That's why he keeps putting us on this stupid planet. Oh, you're going to have the best life. Fucking shit. That's what are the aliens like? You have to pay to survive on that planet? That makes no sense. God gave it to you for free. Why are you guys charging for shit? I don't know. But only... Okay, here we go. Without them, there would be no atoms, and therefore no matter and no universe. They come in 6 varieties, but only 2 are stable. And that would be my 12. I have 6 dark twin flames and 6 light twin flames, plus 2 to balance all this bullshit out. Which are what? I don't know. Stand-ins? Just kidding. I'm just kidding. When this guy can't, you know, operate properly, here God calls you up. That's what that means. And so what it means is only 2 are stable, meaning you can only have 2 parts connected at any given time. And that's where, you know, that 3 of cups in that, you know, could be in a third party. Yeah, this triangle isn't, you know what I mean? And that's why you need it to be a circle. You put a triangle and put that on a fucking car. We didn't know. We came from the wheel, not the fucking triangle. We can't make the triangle. Do you understand? If we didn't have a circle for our tires and we used a triangle, that we're not getting anywhere. Every time that thing goes around, it's going to hit the fucking ground real hard. Which means every time he comes around, you're going to hit the ground real hard. Or she. How many of you guys are talking to a girl in my situation, like you know she's in a bad relationship and you're Captain Save-A-Ho? Fuck, right? Fuck. We became the hoe. We're trying to save somebody because nobody saved us. This is a savior's complex. I get it. I'm just saying, get out of their situation, bro. She ain't leaving her man for you. He ain't leaving his wife for me. We need to leave this. We need to leave this whole situation, bro. You already know it. I know it. I'm always trying to find a way out. God keeps putting me in this bullshit. Why? To teach me shitty lessons, like fucking cockroaches and shit. Oh, here comes this cockroach. That's what it is. They're all cockroaches. Now they're just all over my room. So they're trying to hide from the cockroaches outside, and now they're inside. Which is what? Shadows. Alright, anyways. The ups and down quarks. The other four, charmed and strange, top and bottom, quickly decay in the lighter varieties. The Seven of Pentacles represents a situation where we have gathered all that we need. Often shows a harvest. It reminds us that we have an abundance of resources and options. That's what we read yesterday. We're full, or you're not. That's where it is you're either full or you lack. And it's all a mentality, bro. You're like, bitch, you don't got no money and shit. I'm full. You need money to feel full. And that makes you look like a fucking fool. This is hard. I'm telling you, the lack mentality, the prosperity fucking mindset that I had, where I was like you, I had to have money to feel safe, bro. It was one of the hardest battles. My masculinity, my mentality couldn't take this, bro. Couldn't take me being unemployed, a welfare bitch. There was no way. My pride, bro. It's just my ego. It couldn't take this, bro. Couldn't take the fact that I didn't have my own. My own made me powerful. Once I didn't have anything, I felt real powerless for a long time until I realized there was no power in having it. It didn't make me powerful, nor does it make you. And I'm no more powerful if I have it, or no less powerful if I don't. I am just as powerful ever if I have money in my pocket or not. I'm still totally favored, totally blessed, totally protected, and totally connected to the entire universe, with or without money. It didn't buy me into. It doesn't buy my way in. And if anything, it holds me down. I tried to explain that yesterday with the golden egg. You're just carrying around something that everybody else wants. It doesn't even bring you joy. You're just carrying it, just, as your accomplishment, just carrying your trophy around. Which is what? My big fat head. And all its thoughts and feelings. Moving on. The battling energy of the Seven is grounded in Pentacles. The meaning for success are at our fingertips, and we are encouraged to count our blessings. Why aren't you successful? People think that I'm not, but I'm the most successful fucking spiritualist ever. I'm the only priestess. I'm exactly what the fuck I am. I'm the most successful at what I do. But because I don't get paid, I'm not powerful? And that's where you got it fucked up. You think that there should be an equal amount of pay for your skill set. No, God gave you these skills. Use them wisely, and you know what I mean? That's the payoff, is the happy feeling of even having them. Why isn't being part of the music industry good enough for you? You just want to conquer it and compete and take every part of it. And that goes back to Lewis. It's like, why isn't it being a 40-year-old Formula One driver that, you know what I mean, is barely learning that what it feels to fail? Why is this all bad? Why can't you just be grateful, bro? Any of you. And that's Lewis's famous saying that I repeated always. We're not where we want to be, but we'll rise from here. I'm not where I want to be, but I can be happy where I am, no matter where God puts me. And that's true power, bro. To not sit there unhappy about your situation. Because realistically, first off, your situation is in your control. And those that are out of your control are, God has put on you. He's put this on you, bro. There's no such thing as the devil. The devil's out to get me. What, God is trying to push you into greatness and you're feeling tempted to give in and be weak? So that's the devil. Anytime you're tempted to be weak and you can't overcome your own fucking, have some self-control, it's something outside of you called the devil. This is you, bro. You're the devil that's causing all this in your life. But as far as it's like, circumstances as they are, will always change. And it's not supposed to get easier. You're supposed to be happier about it, but if life was easy, then where's the challenge? Where's the reward in saying, I did this? Where's the reward in it? If it was just easy, everyone could do it. I did what, at 39 years old with my one album, I did what nobody else did. I didn't need to blast it from the fucking, blast it on all the charts, although I knew it could, and so did every other artist. I did what I always wanted to do. And that was good enough for me to say that I did it, and it was great. And I'm so proud of myself, and I could only get better. And that's what it was about, And then you go back to the actual songs and the messages I was reaching with. And that's where it is. It's like, I did what they said I couldn't. And I don't care if they said I couldn't or not. I just did it because I wanted to. I didn't do it to prove to anyone. I did it because I wanted to. I wanted to do what I said I would do. I told myself, one day I'm going to make an album. So then after I made the album, I did what I knew was next to do, which was, make videos. And then I did what I knew what was next to do, is I did performances. And after that, God looks at me, he's like, did you enjoy being an artist? But wait, I want to do more. No, that's enough. Come on. I got to become what I always wanted to become. And it wasn't based on, did I get a Grammy? Your Grammy doesn't mean shit, bro. But yeah, if I fucking upload that video, bro, and I tuned it a little bit, sure. That's not what I did it for. I didn't do it to show off. Just to do it for myself. And that's what, An artist, a true artist, pen and paper type artist, doesn't sit there to, show off. They sit there with a vision. They have an idea. And they create this idea. And as they look at it, it's like, well, that's not as pretty as other people's. This doesn't look like anybody else's ideas. And it's still a piece of beauty because it was something that you created out of your own two hands that you didn't know you could do. And naturally, yes, you want to go share it with everyone, but they don't see what you see and what you did. Because you're not the first one to paint a picture. And that's where you feel slighted. And it's like you feel like you're in competition. Oh, well, I got to be like them to get people to like me. No, don't you like you? Are you out here to get people? Are you using your expression just to get people to like you? Or are you just expressing yourself? And that's it. Is Marshall writing songs every day just to be heard every day? Or is he doing it because this is his way of expression? It's how he gets it all out of his head, how he gets it all out of his heart. Not all of it needs to be recorded and sung, but maybe he does that too. And when he dies, he unleashes this unbelievable vault of all these crazy secrets. That's cool, but who knows? And it doesn't need to be. All he needs to do is get it out. That's his art. It's his form of expression, and he's not doing it to make you a fan. Because in essence, you're probably not going to like my view in life. You're not going to like the way that I talk about things. You're not going to like the way that I see things. And that's okay. But there might be a couple people that are like me. And that's what's really cool. It's like, dude, you might not like me, but he does. It's like, I got the okay from Dre. Okay, I don't give a shit about Dre's fucking opinion. But I care about yours. You know what I mean? And that's just kind of it. It's like, whose opinion really matters to you? What their words really hurt. They really matter to you. What this person's saying, you know what I mean? And that's where it is. It's like, a shit who's on the radio? Their words don't mean shit to me. I don't give a fuck. They're not worth my money. They're not worth my ears. That's what we're talking about. So, are you full or are you hungry? I'm seeing Jesus, obviously. I'm going to end right here on 1:14:14. Jesus, my favorite story in the Bible is when he's sitting next to the well and he asks the Samaritan woman for a drink. That's like Lewis asking me if I got it $5. What are you talking about? Don't you have money? Like, you're rich. Why are you asking me for money? You're rich. It's like, even I thirst, is what Jesus says. He's like, She gives him the water, and he's like, I can give you a water to which you'll never thirst. And that's it. It's like, is this $5 going to be enough to help your problems? How about I keep my $5 and I tell you how to make your own $5? So you never have to ask another person again for $5. Is what that meant. It's like, I can give you something that nobody else can give you, that can change you. Which is what? A change of mind. I can give you something that'll keep you fed. To where you're not hungry. And that's it. What is hunger? Ambition. You're hungry for more, is the saying. So, tower moment, again, is what we pulled yesterday. And it's that. It's like, are you full or are you empty? And if you're full, then you should be able to share. If you have a full plate, then you should be able to offer the kids that are watching you eat. You're gonna just sit in public and eat a grand meal and not feed anybody? You're that full, like you're that greedy? Antoinette, you're gonna sit there and eat cake when they're over there eating fucking dirt? And that's where it is. Can you come off that high table and bring your plate down to the floor with us? Will you feed us? We're hungry. And that's where it really is. Are you really full? Or are you just starving? You're a starving artist, starving for more. More what? Attention? Fame? Money? Clothes? Cars? Jewelry? Girls? Guys? What is it? Why don't you have enough to give? And that's what we spoke about yesterday. My last video was like an abundance of overflow and a scarcity mindset. Look at yourself today. Face your mind, face your emotions, and ask yourself, am I full or am I hungry? Do I have everything I need or do I lack? And is it a mentality or is it real? Do I need to get up and actually do something to provide the things I need in this life? Is God telling me to get a job? What is God telling me to do to, you know what I mean? To have the things that I need. And that's basic human rights. You have a right to have a home, bro. You have a right to have access to fucking running water. You have a right to eat. You have a right to have clean clothes on your back. Those should be basic human rights. Give us this day our daily bread. Make sure that we're fucking fed. Lead us not into temptation. Don't fuck with me today. Don't piss me off today. Don't make me act stupid today, God. Deliver me from evil. Deliver me from me and my own attitude. Don't tempt me, dude. Don't send that stupid bitch that I get pissed off at. Please don't do that to me. And if she comes around, please, God, help me not be a bitch to this bitch every time, God. Deliver us from evil. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Forgive us of our trespasses. Hey, God, forgive me for being an asshole. And help me forgive others for being an asshole. That's it, bro. It's pretty simple. That's how you start your day, bro. Hey, God, make sure that we're fed today. Make sure that we're safe. Make sure that everything's good. Make sure help me, you know what I mean? Help me not be an asshole today. Don't make me an asshole today. Help me not be an asshole today. Whatever that means to you. Don't be a bitch. Don't be mean. Don't be rude. Don't be hateful. Don't be neglectful. Don't be, lazy. Don't be gluttonous. Don't be coveting. Don't be that. That's what that means, bro. Like, let me just be a good person today, God. That's where I make jokes. I was trying to be a Mother Mary. You fucking dirty, filthy bitch. You have done everything but had missionary sex. Don't you start. And you want to make jokes about people eating butt? Okay, whatever. Fine. Whatever. And that's where it is. They had to find a way to gross me out. Okay, how do you gross her out? She is the grossest thing out there. Pretty much. I think Adam had it in him too. Watching him, it's like, oh, that could have been me. Thank God I said I was staying on top. He would have done that to me. Sorry. I love you guys. Good luck with today. What am I doing? I wanted to do a bunch of shit, but God said not today. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna sit around and watch movies. Which actor are we watching today? Bruce Willis. That dude made 1 billion movies, bro. So maybe we'll start with Armageddon, because we just said this. Really? Yeah, he's a great guy. He's not gonna be around for much longer. You know, he had one of those illnesses of the brain too. I learned about Parkinson's disease, all this stuff, bro. The brain stops telling you shit. You really need to work with it, dude. You keep turning it off, you won't be able to turn it back on. And that's it. When my brain turned off, bro, I didn't have a thought in my mind anymore. There was no voices of me arguing with myself and no pictures and no nothing, bro. It was scary, bro. It's scary to just sit in silence. And that's where you start to, you know, that's where your senses start and shit. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to watch Bruce Willis movies today. He's a good actor. How do you do that? I don't know. I go to a fucking offline fucking thing that my teenagers taught me about, where you can bootleg movies, and I just put in an actor, and it just shows every fucking movie they ever made. Really? Yeah, I enjoy it quite much. I mean, that's all I got is a name. I don't know what else to go with. Oh, that's what I was watching yesterday. What did you put in yesterday? I was watching... Where did that come from? I don't know who I put in. But I was watching Angels in the Outfield. That's a good one. Who'd you put in to watch? I don't know. I think it was like Matthew McConaughey movies is how I got that one. Really? Yeah. I like it to movies. I like to watch movies. Really? Yeah. Anyways, hey, not scary movies. I like suspense movies, but not like blood and shit. I like suspense, like, you know, The Italian Job and shit like that, like all those, like, you know, adventure movies. But I don't like killing and stuff. So like Deadpool, that was gross, bro. It was gross. That was too much blood and bullshit, bro. Like Quentin Tarantino, too much, bro. Too much. I like all the action and shit, and that's why I like superheroes. I like action movies and shit and suspense and shit. I don't like gross, though. I don't like bloody, gore, horror. Why? It's just because that's mankind shit, dude. You guys are sickos, bro. It's all sick. That's sick. There's no such thing as a devil. You guys are sickos, bro. This is what you guys do to each other. You put on a mask and rape each other and shit. Holy Spirit, I don't know, raping people. The reaping is what I heard. Hey, yeah, have a good day. And if you want to, you can sit around watching movies like I do today. I mean, what are you going to start with? Armageddon. The end of the world. You guys think that there's some fucking... Oh, God. I just heard that song. Oh, the Aerosmith song. There's another one. Great men in time that won't be here forever. We're going to celebrate them in the time that we have them, or wait till they're gone. Dead and gone. I'll talk to them on the other side. I'll tell you what they're doing with the rest of their time after this time. Gotta do something with time. Just keeps going on. It's not even real. Hey, love yous. Laters.